Your Excellency, good morning, happy Easter to you. That particular bill during His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we screamed on this altar and we told the Jubilee House, Ghana will never be an LGBTQ nation. And I'm saying to you, Your Excellency, with all honor, respect, but without fear or favor or intimidation, we will never accept LGBTI. Never. Never, Your Excellency. And I just want to remind you, sir, it was a priority then and it's a priority now. It's a priority, Your Excellency. It's a priority. If we need to march to the Jubilee House, we will march. If we need to scream, we will scream. If we need to yell, we will yell. Sin is sin. Righteousness is righteousness. Disorder is disorder. Evil is evil. Abomination is abomination. Yeah. What are you talking about? Your Excellency, it's not a priority. With all due respect, sir, in your campaign message, the reason I voted for you is LGBTI. That you will pass a legislation. Yeah. Number 2 is oral. We need our money back. We can't be patient, Your Excellency. We need our money back. 2 things. When you make a stand for truth, people will hate you. I know that trip, when they canceled that university thing, you felt it. And that is the price you pay for truth. There are husbands in church. This is a big issue I'm talking about. Yeah. Husbands, I said it. Me American na ya ofere. One more fa o yiri mu true mo na wo no nya ofere. Oh. Akofa wo bi ba wanya di bibia amfanya. We said you need to worry and ho ye fe engagement ne ho ye fe. Uti o na ni true mo ho adwen na wo uti. That is disgusting. That is despicable. Yeah, that is disgusting. Wa worry you bi ba. Nenim wo howompe. Hey, man said you more bro. Jesus. And punching from punching mema. A punching bam for punching pa. We try bam for we try pa. Aden na nipa bottom say. Aden na nipa Jimmy who say. A dear bentra. O a ponko bam for ponko ba. Ponko bema for ponko bema. Even animals, they don't do that. I'm reminding Jubilee House of Leviticus chapter 18 and verse number 21 and verse number 20. To put it on the screen, I would read it in English and read it in our language. No man is to have sexual relation with another man. God hates that. Another version, the Bible said, you may not have sex relations with men as you do with women. It is disgusting, a disgusting thing. It is despicable. It is disgusting. It is a disgusting thing. It is a disgusting thing.
That everybody has rights and that their rights protected. It's actually one of the preambles to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the International Declaration of the Rights of Persons, and all of that. You know, and so the point is, the Constitution determines that every human being should have rights. Okay. It doesn't go ahead to break down if the human beings should be straight or gay.
That is for the country to determine, individual countries.
Yes, that is for individual countries to determine. I think the media is the fourth estate of the realm.
Of course.
And they have a duty of entertaining and educating people at the same time. Edutainment, they call it. We must pick issues which are of necessity to the Ghanaian people. The amount of airtime we have wasted, I call it wasted, not spent. Talking about gays. When we have pertinent issues of water, pertinent issues of power. We have potential petrol prices going up. Look, those are the things which bother the Ali or what?
Everybody, the truck pusher,
everybody,
the shine boy, Kaya.
Akwele who sells Kelewele, or is it Enyonam who is doing anybody?
Bush canteen.
Look, those are the issues.
Beans.
They don't care whether the president's friend who published his book is gay. No, they want to have potable drinking water. They want to have electricity when they turn on the switches in their homes. These are the things we must be discussing. How, as a country, we can have consensus and move. Logged, and it is being pushed just to suit a certain parochial political agenda. See, irrespective of my personal opinions on homosexuals, the constitution of this country remains supreme.
More pause, please.
The constitution remains supreme, and the constitution of this country enjoins that everybody has rights.
To this LGBTQ plus issue, President Mahama has been flip-flopping. You don't even know his stand. What is his stance? You don't know.
But he said he's against it.
Why?
He's gone to the Assemblies of God Church to publicly say that he's
so
against
when he
the
met the
practice.
CSOs, what happened to that statement that, oh, I'm an Assemblies of God Church?
He said that several times.
Yeah.
That he's a member of
So
the
why
Assemblies
didn't he
of God
repeat
Church.
it? Why
And
didn't he repeat
he's
it just 3 days
he's
ago?
against such practice.
Why didn't he repeat it just 2 days ago?
Repeatedly, he has.
You see, now he's the president. I've listened to him, and there's a certain article. It captures who President Mahama is in terms of his position on LGBT. I just want to situate it to the LGBT issue. When he goes abroad,
Who authored the article?
no, I have it here. I will say it with you right away.
All right.
When he travels abroad, his choice of words, okay, his choice of words in describing what we are going through, and how the document is before Parliament, and the role of Parliament, and the role of the President. He's been very, very evasive when he travels abroad. Very, very evasive. You can't trust him on the LGBTQ.
The man has just been denied, an honorary doctorate degree, and you think that is not significant?
The Lincoln University or whatever it is.
Lincoln University. Sana, listen, we don't like the style you are doing.
You understand? You take it and the position of the country.
Yes.
The University of Lincoln didn't state that. They said that there's a law before Parliament of Ghana. And it means it is because it is before Parliament of Ghana, it is the position of Ghana, not the position of President Mahama.
No.
Go and read the statement.
You have the statement.
It said because it is before Parliament.
Gordon, read it.
No, let me finish. When you are talking, I'll pull it for you. It said because it is before Parliament of Ghana, they are denying him of that. It is not because of his position on LGBTQ. In fact, when President Mahama won the election and the Calibishop Conference visited him at Jubilee House, what did he tell them? He told them 2 things. That he was going to present the bill in Parliament as government-sponsored bill, no longer private citizens' bill.
And it has been done.
It has not been done.
No,
it is private members' bill.
Okay.
He promised the Calibishop Conference. But that's not what we are seeing now. The second approach was that, for him, he thought that it was even necessary for us to send it. He said it wasn't even necessary for a law to be enacted. But he was of the opinion that we could be dealing with it at the schools level, incorporate it in the school curriculum so that it would be taught in schools. That was his position.
What will be taught in schools?
Oh, our civil rights and all those. And not that they were going to promote LGBTQ. That was what he said.
So he's taking a stand.
Yes.
He's against it.
No, when he met the Calibishop Conference, he said the government was going to sponsor this particular bill.
So the sponsorship was it to be anti or for?
No, the same bill.
Yeah, so clearly the man is
And
against it.
he has failed to do that. It is
not
not
the same
private
thing.
members' bill. So you see, when he went abroad and he was interviewed on the same topic, he laid emphasis on the fact that what is before Parliament is not government sponsored, okay, and it is private sponsored. You know, there are 2 different things. If it is government sponsored, it is more weightier than when it is private sponsored. And because he wanted to be evasive and wriggle his way out, he said it is private members' bill. It is not government sponsored.
Do we have private members sponsoring bills? That becomes law.
Yes.
So what's the difference? What I mean, it's still
But
law
at the end of the day, if it's passed by Parliament, even if it's sponsored by a private member, the president will have to sign it.
All of us here are journalists.
Sure.
We know the difference between private members' bill and government-sponsored bill, and then when you are confronted with it and want to emphasize the difference between private members' bill and the government-sponsored bill, you know the reason why you are doing that.
What's the reason?
The reason is that he didn't want to be held responsible, that he was the one promoting that bill in Parliament.
But if it's before him, he needs to. No,
it's not before him yet.
Is that not the same? Is that not the same excuse former President Akufo-Addo also?
Let me tell you, me.
Because I also heard him say that because it's private members' bill, he would wish that it's a government bill rather. Isn't it the same excuse?
Because then you have to do cost.
No, you see,
you have to do cost.
You have to do policy every council, budgets and so on. That is
the same excuse, the same platform.
When the bill is passed and it's going to be a cost to the state or the republic, then the president will not sign. It will be illegal. Mm-hmm. Even Supreme Court will make it null and void. Okay, but if you disagree, what do you have to do? You have to send it back and state your reasons. If President Akufo-Addo did say
that was
due to this LGBTQ plus issue, President Mahama has been flip-flopping. You don't even know his stand. What is his stance? You don't know.
But he said he's against it.
Why?
He's gone to the Assemblies of God Church to publicly say that he's
so
against
when he
the
met the
practice.
CSOs, what happened to that statement that I'm an Assemblies of God Church?
He said that several times.
Yeah.
That he's a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he's against such practice.
Why didn't he repeat it just 2 days ago?
Repeatedly, he has.
You see, now he's the president. I've listened to him, and there's a certain article. It captures who President Mahama is in terms of his position on LGBT. I just want to situate it to the LGBT issue. When he goes abroad,
Who authored the article?
No, I have it here. I will say it with you right away.
All right.
When he travels abroad, his choice of words, okay, his choice of words in describing what we are going through and how the.
I think it's about time we make politicians know we voted them into power. The cowardice that Christian leaders have been made to and religious leaders have been made to is a shame. And I'm embarrassed with some of our clergymen. As much as we are interested in our titles, in the big titles, and who we are and how long we served, I'm yet to hear certain people speak against these manners. And for me, that is a shame. So it starts from my home too. It starts from the clergymen. It starts from the religious clerics. It starts from the home of the chief imam. It starts from the chairman of Christian Council. It starts from the apostolic leaders. It starts from apostolic fathers. It also starts from the Catholic, Methodist, Presbyterian, and Anglican. But also beyond that, it starts from the charismatic leaders. We've been too quiet. And as much as we are grumbling, everybody wants to impress certain people. And that is the nonsense for me that must stop. And I am appealing to politicians not to politicize homosexualism. Because if you don't take care, in our bid to try to be politically right, we'll be offending people who love us dearly. And I have a saying that the people who love you, don't hurt them. And so let us think about the welfare of them. Let's also know that the religious even community, and not just the religious community, the traditionalists, the culture, and our kings and our chiefs are also against it. So let's find a place well in our heart to make sure this bill doesn't become like what it became the last time. We wish President John Dramani Mahama well. He's somebody that I will not hide away from. I know him very well. He's my good friend. In fact, you say you don't have his number. I have his number. And I'm not ashamed to say I have his number. He's my big brother. Do you understand? Yeah. Somebody I revere. And sometimes you have a relationship with somebody. I'm praying that God helps him to get the people around him to build him to that capacity where he will come to that place and know that the God of the assemblies of God he serves will protect and support him, definitely, regardless of what his station is. God, and the same God has been his source of inspiration this many years past till today, will be his hope for the days to come. Lord Dina Mahama, his wife will be protected, his children will be protected, and nothing will happen to him. That thing of that fear that is being placed on our leaders in Africa, this nonsense must stop.